So you may have heard of the LaBovick Law Group advocating for families after serious accidents, but did you know that their passion for helping others extends far beyond the courtroom? In fact, Brian and Esther LaBovick are the founders of the Safety for Life Foundation, focusing on community safety and taking a preventative approach to accidents. I am so happy to have both Brian and Esther on the line with me today. Thank you both for coming on. Can you tell us about your broader mission?
Thank you. We are so happy to be here to talk to everybody about what Brian and I do for the community. In the introduction, you already heard that the two of us own and founded a law firm 35 years ago. And what we do is primarily we help people when they're in accidents, car accidents, pedestrian accidents, any type of injury that they have that's caused by the negligence of somebody else. That's what we help them. But what we found in our 35 years dealing with injuries and people that are really hurt is that we wanted to do something to see if we could prevent it, especially with the teens in our community, because that's where the majority of accidents happen, at least here in Palm Beach County. And so that, coupled with the fact that I've always had a passion to serve my community, and I've done so in other roles that have nothing to do with the legal field, we decided to combine our legal knowledge and our community passion to form. Brian founded Safety for Life Foundation 6 years ago, and then I joined recently to manage the operations of it.
And you're one of the only personal injury law firms in the region actively investing into accident prevention, which is amazing, really. Why is prevention so important to you as attorneys?
Our mission is to educate children to change lives, to save lives.
The rationale for it was almost karmic. What we do for a living forces us to confront really awful things that happen to families and to young people especially. We've got a lot of young drivers out there. Young people have a terrible Superman complex where they think, hey, I'm never getting in an auto accident. That's for other people. Yeah. And they don't realize how dangerous their behavior can be in a car. And they're very risk intensive many times. They don't recognize the risk of driving a car. So that was one half of what we see a lot of, that tragic consequence of that miscalculation. On the other side of it, karmically, we have 3 children. Thankfully, all of our children have made it through. They're all adults now. But we watched our kids grow up, and we watched every year a young person at prom die in a car wreck, and we saw all of that happening. And we wanted some way of helping to teach our kids this behavior and teach all kids this behavior so that our kids would avoid a tragic consequence as well. And so we got involved with this really a long time ago. Before we founded Safety for Life, there was another organization doing a lot of grassroots stuff in traffic safety. And I was a member of that since about 2009 to 2017, 18, 19. And then they stopped their grassroots work and they went just to political lobbying instead of dealing with grassroots. And we really didn't care as much about the lobbying. We cared much more about the grassroots, teaching kids. So that's when we started Safety for Life.
And I think that it's so important what you're doing in our community, because you're right. Like, I don't know of a single person who hasn't had that story in their life where they've witnessed a friend or a family member or someone get hurt, after prom, or just, making a dumb mistake while driving. So this is so needed in our community. But for those who aren't familiar with Safety for Life, how do you go about initiating your mission? You said you're in the schools, right?
Basically, the way that we do it, like I said, our mission is to educate these children to save their lives. And so we have 3 main avenues of doing it. The first are assemblies. So we go into the schools in Palm Beach and Martin County, and during their assembly period, we give a presentation that involves legal consequences, life consequences, family consequences of having an accident. So in a typical assembly, we'll have the state attorney's office who addresses the criminal consequences, which is what a lot of people think, jail, I cause an accident, I cause serious injury or death, I go to jail. But what they don't know are the civil consequences, and that's where Brian and I's law firm work in the civil consequences, which are major. Financial, the parent signs away a lot when they sign that driver's license when your kid is 15 getting their permit, 16 getting their license. And they're signing away their financial resources. So we, as a civil law firm, can go after parents and take away their assets if there's no money, if they don't have enough insurance, et cetera. So we really try to shock them straight. And we also bring in fire rescue and Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office to talk, and a driving school who visually shows them how fast 40 miles an hour is, 50, 60, 70, visually with a big extension cord that he has. So we basically try to shock them straight. And so we do these assemblies. We do about, if I say 2 a month, that's too little. So times, let's say, 8 or 9 months out of the school year, we are targeting at each assembly. The other day we did one, there were 720 students, and those are only the juniors. We're going back to that school to do the seniors. So at the very minimum, our face is in front of at least 12,000 kids a year. So I think that that's very impactful. So assemblies are one. Secondly, we do it through crash reenactments, where we just had one January 31. We're having another one March 4th, where we bring in outside on a football field a simulated crash that just happened, 2 head-on collisions, the kids who are, one is dead, one is severely injured, everyone is in complete shock. EMS is there, the sheriff's office is there. We fly in, Trauma Hawk comes in to take the severely injured person. A hearse comes in to take the dead kids. We've got the cars donated by Cost Towing. We have Dignity Memorial Funeral Services coming in. We're collaborating with Fire Rescue, with the Sheriff's Office, and with the Health District to put on this show that is shocking. I've seen it so many times, and I still get teary-eyed when I see it. And the actors are student actors, which leads me into the third way that we tell kids about Safety for Life, is that we create ambassador programs led by the kids to have a peer-to-peer program at a lot of the schools. So right now we have over 1,000 ambassadors that their mission is to go. Every time they're on their phone, on TikTok, on Instagram, just film yourself with your Safety for Life t-shirt and go and attend and bring your friends to these crash reenactments. And these are the very same kids who are our student actors, and it's just a really nice collaboration.
Are you guys the only ones that do this, or do you have other volunteers and people that go to the schools as well?
We have community partners that we've partnered with, like Esther said, and the people that are helping us, that are joining our organization and that are out there helping people in Palm Beach County. We've gone to Martin County. We've even gone down into Broward County when we've had the bandwidth to do so. Have been wonderful. It's been a lot of volunteerism from, like she said, the Sheriff's Office and Fire Rescue, and just a number of people. The State Attorney's Office has been invaluable for us.
Trauma Hawk is major because when you have a helicopter coming in, everybody's just oohing and ahhing.
Yes, exactly.
So it's a big volunteer organization, and then we have had safety fairs and other community-oriented institutions have come in to let people know we're all a part of this safety program. We've gone to things with the Drowning Coalition and just like so many different organizations have really helped us out. We're trying to grow the program. Our goal eventually is to bring this statewide. We're trying to find the capacity to get other partners, other law firms, other sheriff's office, and develop a greater ability to teach kids all over the state. It's a free program. There's no money other than donated funds for this. Esther and I donate a vast majority of what it takes to put this together, and we are trying to find other people to, be involved to help out other communities in Florida. We think that spreading it across Florida is really going to be an essential lesson for the kids.
We want to help you. We want to get the community involved. We want to get you some more volunteers, get you some more people. How do we find you online? Maybe if a parent wants to show their kid this online, can they see those demos as well?
They can see it through our law firm, which is www.labovick.com. There's definitely a community section there, and that will take you right to the landing page for Safety for Life. But then we also have a Safety for Life website. It's safety4life.org.
Brian, Esther, you are doing such an amazing thing for our community, and I'm so grateful that we, did this interview today. Definitely want people to go and check out your websites and learn more and get involved, because this is the safety of our kids, our community, and everybody involved. So thank you so much. One more time, the website?
The website is www.labovick.com, which is our last name and our law firm. And then the other one is Safety for Life, which is safety4life.org.